Alright, well, welcome back to Exhaust Sports Auto. My name is Kevin, and as you can see by the title of this video, it is in regards to the brand new Mercedes S Class, which just got revealed. So I'm just going to go through and talk about my thoughts because I've recently reviewed a few Mercedes Benz products like the S Class. It was a 2015 with about 150,000 miles on it, and I love that car. In fact, it's actually my most favorite full-size luxury car out there. Not even joking. I just drove the coupe as well. It was a 2016 coupe. Fantastic. Just sublime vehicles. And I think we all fell in love with these cars back in 2014 when the sedan first got unveiled. It was jaw-dropping. It really was the best car, especially when it first came out, and it still pretty much is. After I drove the A8, the 2027 series, the current W223 is still the best to me to drive, to be in, everything. So when this new S Class came out, the disappointment just rolled right in. Everybody was like, it just looks like an extended A Class. And the looks is the biggest problem. And actually, I don't like the way it looks either. However, I actually don't mind the way the front looks. The front looks all right to me. That one grew on me. I'm okay with that. It's the rear end, though. The rear end, what even is that? This little pinched in look. They ruined the CLS with that look too, and I guess you guys are right. The A Class uses that same rear end. Yeah, it sucks. That's a disappointment to me. It just doesn't have the same swaggy appearance as the W222 does. It's unfortunate. It's the main reason why I love the S Class is just jaw-dropping, and the W221. Really, all the S Classes had a nice, elegant look to it. Pretty timeless, actually. This one is just not that. But okay, say you can get over the looks of it. Okay, maybe that's not as disappointing to you. I get it. It's pretty subjective. Maybe some of you actually love the way it looks. Okay, whatever. But the interior, that's where I'm just like, all right, this is a complete lost cause for me because it's just two big screens. That's the interior. There is no more interior. It's just that big old screen in the middle, that big Tesla screen in the middle. That's the interior. And you got a big piece of plywood with lines going through it. That's it. That's your interior space. And I get it. People with money, they're just going to go get it regardless. They don't care. But to me, I mean, I'm more interested now in getting a certified pre-owned W222, honestly, because this screen, the thing in the middle, yeah, they're saying it's OLED, it's fantastic to look at, it's the most beautiful screen that they've ever made and all that good stuff. Whatever it is, it's just not going to be practical to use every day. Like, it's all this AI control, like, hey Mercedes thing going on, which, hey Mercedes supports like 27 languages. It's like they're equivalent to Siri, essentially. And I guess the one good thing I heard about this new big screen is that it can be updated over the air, so you don't have to go to the dealership. Like, it'll get all the updates, so I guess that's a good thing. But using a screen for all your functions is just not the same. Like your climate control, accessing that, it's a complete pain just to do it through a screen. It's terrible. You need physical controls for that type of stuff, and for volume controls, things of this nature, you need that. And coincidentally, the Rolls-Royce Ghost just got unveiled as well. And the Rolls-Royce Ghost, in the interior, there's nothing crazy going on. It's not one big slab of a screen in there. It has an interior. It's nothing crazy to look at, but it's got an interior with this typical wood, but they give you physical controls for the climate control. And the guy interviewing the designer was like, oh, that's so interesting to see nowadays. You know, I'm surprised he didn't go to a screen. And the guy, he intelligently answered back with, well, using knobs, buttons, switches, this is natural to human beings. This comes naturally. A screen does not come naturally to human beings. To use that while you're driving, huge distraction. That's crazy because they focused in on so much safety with this thing. Like, this thing it has this like e-active body control thing, which will raise up if the vehicle detects that you're about to get T-boned. I mean, granted, Audi has this exact same function as well. However, in Mercedes, they kept bringing this up over and over again, how the car will raise up in the instance of a crash. And that's great. The difference between this and the Audi, though, is this will do it a lot quicker. So it will react a lot better, and it'll raise up the vehicle so that way all the impact kind of goes to the floor of the vehicle, which I suppose is like the strongest part of the vehicle. So there's that. So yes, it's a very safe vehicle, and then they go and they throw it away by putting in 5 screens. So the gauge cluster is a screen, the big tablet in the middle, which is just insane. I mean, I spend 24/7 on a computer and on a phone. Last thing I want to look at when I get into a car is more screens. So it just puts so much more strain on your eyes. I don't want to have to deal with that. I just want to get in the car and drive it. Now, Again, to another feature, this thing is now going to use 30 speakers for its new Burmester, however you say that, sound system. They're calling it 4D surround sound. The previous one was a 3D surround sound. Honestly, I think that's just all nonsense. The current one sounds amazing, but whatever. That's the new sound system, so it's got that. It's got the rear wheel steering function and all that good stuff. That's an option. And other safety things I forgot to mention is the rear airbags for the rear occupants. You have to get the extended wheelbase to get the rear kind of full-on airbags. So that's interesting, I suppose. Now, driving the car to me is what makes it amazing. And will this new one drive good? I don't know. I mean, do I need a touchscreen to steer the vehicle? I don't know. I mean, it's got a real steering wheel. I was just joking. But is it going to drive good? Probably. I mean, it should. Now, there's going to be two different variants. It's going to be an S500 and an S580. So here's the motors that's going to be using. The S500, and they're both 4MATICs, so there's no more like rear-wheel drive ones anymore. S500 is now a 3-liter inline-6 with a mild hybrid system. Both engines get a mild hybrid system. S500 does about 429 horsepower and has about 384 pounds-feet of torque. Now they're saying that the EQ boost will add about 184 pounds-feet of torque. Okay, all right, but 3-liter inline-6, similar to BMW. All right, so inline-6, pretty smooth engine. Now the S580 is the new kind of V8 version. So they're still using a V8, which is great. It's a 4-liter bi-turbo V8, produces 496 horsepower in this case, and 516 pounds-feet of torque. Again, with the EQ boost adding about 184 pounds-feet of torque. So that's nice, I suppose. I mean, I would have to drive it. I like the 4.7 liter. I haven't driven the 4-liter V8s yet, but they are still mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Now, they made the body as rigid as possible. They really focused in on the NVH. They're using foam now in the construction of the body and all this good stuff. So, yeah, safety, dynamics, they did work on this stuff. It's going to drive good. Of course, I think it's going to be extremely refined. I mean, this is even more refined than the previous S Class. So they keep advancing this stuff. And yeah, I think it is going to be quite comfortable, but it lacks that same, the character and the soul that the current S Class has. That's my main problem with it. The exterior design, the interior design, that all adds to how a person feels when they're inside of a vehicle, and this one just isn't doing it for me. So I would like to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think about the big old screens that they're using, the exterior design, all of it? Do you plan on purchasing this vehicle? I'd like to know that as well. So with that, thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts. Take care and goodbye.